Cooney, loser, bold guy. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, Cooney, upstays alive.
Welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. Thanks for tuning in. You may hear it in my voice, but I survived COVID.
Yeah.
It's over. It's done. Back to the just the C line. But yeah, man, I had COVID, so it kind of messed up our recording schedule for a bit.
Yeah.
I finally got out of it. How was your week?
Oh, dude, you had COVID, so I had a great week, dude.
Just because I was gone? You didn't have to deal with me?
Yeah.
Really?
I just bumped a lot of hip hop and R&B in my car, dude, and I was just like, Coon is sick.
You know, we did see each other while I had COVID, sort of, or at least talked on the phone. But in close proximity.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them why?
Yeah, dude, I was door dashing, and fucking I got an order in your area, Seattle right here, and fucking I was like, no way is it Cooney, dude. And then when I picked up Gatorade, it said Brendan C, and I was like, that's Cooney, baby. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man, I freaked out. People were like, you need to get Gatorade. I put up this story that said, I have a 102 temperature, but I'm still not too sick to watch your crowd work videos.
Yeah.
On Instagram, and people just flooded me with advice like, take Tylenol, ice your head, your brain will melt. You need Gatorade. So I'm just like, And they're like, you should order. So I just went on DoorDash, and I ordered like from Big Lots, which I'd never even been to. I've never been to a big. I clicked on the first thing I could see, I could find, because I had COVID brain probably, and I was freaking out. And so I ordered that, and then as soon as it came in, it was like canceled. Like, you can't. They don't have it or whatever. They don't have Gatorade at Big Lots or the blue kind or whatever. They only were selling the blue Gatorade. When you search Gatorade, all that comes up on DoorDash is blue Gatorade, which I'm fine. It's good. But it kept getting sold out. So then I started like frantically trying to like double dash other places and like order more Gatorade and chips. I don't even want. I ordered Lay's chips. I haven't had Lay's chips in like 10 years. I thought I was going to die just because I couldn't go outside for one day. So then, yeah, I got you. You texted me. And it was like, this is you, dude.
Also, you had 4 DoorDashers came here when I showed up. There was 4 people here.
It was really 4?
Yeah.
I thought I had 3 orders.
No, there was 4 DoorDashers
Hey,
here.
I went crazy, dude. Mendo is a good idea, though.
Oh, Mendocino Farm, shout out, dude.
Their chicken soup helped me get through COVID.
Yeah.
But all right, well, I do want to talk. I don't know if you have more to say about that. Do you have? Because I could talk about that for a while, but I wanted to talk about from the beginning of COVID.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Okay,
this is your fucking testament.
See, I don't know if this is interesting that this is my COVID story, but so I did not think I had COVID, but there was an outbreak. There was like a exposure near me, so I took the COVID test, and all the last 3 years, I never had COVID. This is the first time getting COVID. So I took it, and I'm expecting that, that one line you never see. I never seen any, like, even a hint of anything else, obviously, because, like, even they say, like, a little smudge or a hint, that could mean you're positive.
Yeah.
So I've seen test after test after test, nothing, And I took this test, and I'm on the phone, I'm, like, doing work stuff, and I forget that I've taken, and I look over at the test, and the line for positive is so thick. It is the thickest line I have ever seen. It's like it's almost as if the test is being like, "Why'd you even take me?" Like, obviously, you could just have opened the box and there would be a line, 2 lines. It was the most clear case of positive COVID in the history of COVID-19. Like they should show that. There should be a picture when you Google search positive COVID test for mine.
Yeah.
It was a thick line. It might have been a different color than the other line. It was like a thick blue line.
It's like a neon blue.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck. And so I, did all I had to do to go home. And I felt fine. Like I had like a slight headache, and I was like, well, COVID is a joke, driving home, like I got to work from home and cancel everything I have. Like I had physical therapy and MRI. I had all this shit. Like I had to do stuff for the show with my bank and all this. And I had it all set up like I'm really fixing things. And then totally fucked by COVID.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so I'm driving home and I'm like, but at least I'm not sick. And then as soon as I got home, I got chills. I'm like, it hit me hard. I got up to 102 twice, 3 times. I don't know. But two or 3 days, I was completely out of it.
Yeah.
It was awful.
How much of it is psychological, though? Because you're Mr. Hypochondriac over here. You're keeping up on all the temperatures, all this stuff. Me, when I'm sick, dude, all I do is face to the pillow, fucking have some background noise on the TV, and I'm just like, let's go through it, dude. And then, I don't know, I'm not aware of anything. I could have had 110 temperature. I just don't know.
Well, I think the doctor would agree of like resting and stuff, but don't you want to know your temperature? I mean, if you go to 104, you're going to die.
That's that, dude. Bye world, dude.
I wanted to know. I mean, I don't think it was mental at all. I was at 102. I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I had a headache that lasted for 3 days.
Yeah.
Full on, no break. What is that? What kind of disease is this? It never went away. From the moment I woke up and then also, what was weird is the first night, or maybe it was, I started taking this PEX Lo stuff too. So PEX Lo is what you take to prevent, if you're an old man, to prevent hospitalization or risk, but they said it could prevent long COVID. So I was like, sign me up. The vaccine people are turning off now. They're like, he's it. The people, a lot of the comments, they think they may, and maybe they're right, but they think that I got COVID from the vaccine probably. So you'll love it then. So I took the PEX Lo, and it's supposed to make you, not avoid hospitalization or whatever. But that night that I took it, when I woke up in the morning, I want to say like under 10 times, each time with the same exact nightmare. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It was like, and I would wake up and it was about work or something like that. And I would be like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. That's total gibberish. This nightmare is not real. It's not a real problem. And I'd be like, do I still have time to, and I would wake up with the same thing. It kept happening over and over again. I was like, I wonder if COVID nightmares are a thing. And they weren't like terrifying. They were just, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was some sort of error that I'd made.
It's kind of like sold out Tiger Thick merch, and you woke up, you're like, oh my God,
Thank you for saying exactly, dude. It was like, I had accused an audience member of dipping their finger in a nacho cheese when they actually hadn't. It's like, okay, Mr. Whole Foods.
Yeah,
so
that's
strange,
how you woke
dude.
up. Okay, Mr. Whole Foods. Yeah.
I mean, what else happened? Yeah, so like now I ordered all this shit from DoorDash that I don't need. I have Gatorades all over there. I'm not going to drink. I'm going to have that one. I have one open now.
Yeah.
I had one ginger ale from the 6-pack I bought. I ordered those chips. I like the Pringles, but the Lay's are going to get thrown out probably unless you
Is that a COVID thing, or you're just like, let me get some chips, daddy?
I was hungry at the moment, and I was like fearful that for some reason I would not be able to get food, even though I have food. I basically just I was hungry enough for like one meal a day. I would order Mendo chicken soup or a salad and eat Mendocino, and that nursed me back to health. Mendocino is my alpha brain. I just needed 7 times a week. The soup sounds gross. Lemon Greek chicken soup sounds horrible.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I liked it a lot. And I got started with a cup and then I went to a bowl. Pretty good shit, dude.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling better like the end of day 3 maybe. I didn't have a fever the day after that or that. And I just feel better now.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, man. Like 3-day long. Do you had COVID? Did you have a 3-day long headache?
I had COVID for like three times.
Yeah.
And the first time was probably the worst. But I just literally lay down and watched like stand up and movies. I watched a bunch of movies from the 90s my first time getting COVID. But I had to deal with the shame, dude. I had COVID shame, dude.
What do you mean?
Well, the first time I got COVID, Sony, I used to work for Blackstone Entertainment.
Yeah.
And Sony was our biggest client. and we would do game releases for PlayStation. And what was the game that was coming out? I think it was The Last of Us Part 2 was coming out, and I got COVID the day before we were supposed to deliver a large package to them. No homo, a pause, right?
Right.
For grip equipment. And then Sony got rid of us, basically. So because I got COVID, we lost our Sony contact.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's messed up, dude.
And then when I left the company, he was signing back with Sony. So I think they're just racist, dude.
They're like, we don't care about the COVID thing, but this other thing.
Yeah.
What other thing?
You know.
While you're talking about that, I was thinking like, yeah, I didn't watch anything. I was so sick. I didn't watch anything. I just laid in the bed. At one point, I walked to the couch when I was eating, and I put on that World War II thing, the new Netflix one.
Can't wait to watch it.
Right. So I won't give you any spoilers.
Yeah, no.
So I watched the entire thing, but like I was so sick, I caught none of it. Like if I knew nothing about World War II and I watched that like the way I did, I maybe would know who Adolf Hitler is. Like I caught none of that shit. But so shout out to all the Patreon subscribers. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
One of the 1,000s. A special shout out to you. Shout out to the people that said nice things after my Instagram story. Some of them were fans. And the Patreon, actually on the Patreon, a bunch of people wrote funny shit.
Yeah.
About when you were like, Cooney's sick, y'all. And then also I won't say who, but there's a big guy in the Chang's universe who wrote me a nice message.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He said, don't die. The world needs you. So I appreciate you, sir. Also Lisa Chanou brought me oranges and strawberries and Benadryl, and the Caitlin Jeffers Flowers of the Jeffrey Moon brought me PEX Lo. So I appreciate you for saving my life. Dude, so that's one thing I forgot about was to get PEX Lo, I had to call the doctor.
Yeah.
And somebody recommended it. I was just like, I'm sick. And they're like, take that. So I said, okay.
Yeah.
No research. And I called the doctor, and they were like, you have to set up an appointment with a doctor over the phone to get PEX Lo. They'll call you, whatever. So they call me, and I answer the phone, and it's this guy, and he has this really weird voice, and he goes, hi, Brendan. Hi, this is Dr. Reyes from East LA Hospital. He starts going off his whole history. He's like, I've been a doctor for 20 years. I did this. I started in Eastern medicine. I just want to talk to you about COVID real quick. Now I understand that you have COVID positive. Is that right? And then I'm about to be like, yeah. And he's like, and also with COVID now, it's not really that bad. COVID back in 2020, you're really lucky you didn't get it then. He's just like spouting off all this nonsense.
It's just an automated message.
Yeah, it sounds like it's an automated message, right? Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I just want PEX Lo. That's in my brain. He's just keeps talking and talking and talking. And he goes, so yeah, the thing is, you're young, you're healthy. You don't really need PEX Lo. It's for old people that could go to the hospital. I haven't had a COVID death in a year. And I was like, okay, well, I don't care about any of that. I'd like PEX Lo. And he's like, all right. So the thing is with PEX Lo is like, it can cause these things, and there can be COVID rebound. And I'm like, again, doesn't matter to me at all. Just give me the PEX Lo, you stupid moron. and he's like just spouting off all this stuff. And he goes, all right, let me look at your files. Oh my God. And I'm like, what? He's like, you don't have a creatinine. Well, it sounds like I'm talking to like like someone in the Chang's universe. It was Bappa or something. Like, it says right here, your charts say you're Blockbuster, actually. So we can't give PEX Lo to people that are Blockbuster.
Yeah.
But so he's like, you don't have a creatinine. I'm like, all right, well, what can I get a creatinine? He's like, yeah, you can get a creatinine. I'm like, what's a creatinine? And they have to test your kidneys to give you PEX Lo, according to this doctor. I'm like, haven't they done that before? And he's like, no, I don't know why. It's crazy. I don't know. We have to talk to your doctor. They should have a creatinine. And I'm like, well, can I get a creatinine while I'm positive for COVID? Because that means you got to go get a blood test or whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, come in. Which doesn't make sense. So you want me to walk in there with COVID and give COVID to everybody in the hospital? And he's like, yeah, it's no big deal. We do that all the time. You can get creatinine. This guy loves creatinine. His whole life is to give people creatinine.
A crackhead.
And the whole time, he sounds like he's coked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Like his voice and his manner of speech is so strange.
Well, maybe he's doing the Kiwi diet, dude.
Yeah. You see like the camera pans in on him. There's all these like kiwi skins on the ground in his office. He's a feral doctor. But so he's just like, and I'm like, all right. And he's like, here's what you got to do. Because he's not telling, this is the thing that doctors do. They always like, they're like, all right, here's the thing. You got to do this, this, and that. But then they never tell you how to do it. They're like, you need this. Or they tell you what you need, but then there's no instruction afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? After his like years long speech to me, I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? He's like, okay, just call this number. The phone call could have been 1 minute long. So I call the number, but I call it wrong because I'm on COVID brain, right? I enter in the number wrong. So I'm on the phone and I hear this voice. This one sounds even more like a computer robot voice, but it's a human being. And it's like, hi, you've reached the medical alert line. This good news for you. We have a life alert for free that we're offering for anyone that's called in. And I'm like, excuse me? And then there's a pause and he goes, oh, yes, we have a free life alert for anybody that, like when you slip or fall or you get sick, you can get a free life alert today. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm here to schedule my creatinine or something like that. And then there's like a longer pause and the voice is like, oh, we understand that, not everybody thinks because of their age that they might not need life alert. And this is like the necklace they're talking, the thing you wear.
Life alert.
And so like, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm getting angry.
Yeah.
And they're like, the machine or a person, I have no idea what it is. They don't understand. So now I've not realized that I've dialed the number wrong. So I am angry at Kaiser. I don't know if I should say that name, but I'm angry at the hospital. So I call them back, ready to kind of yell. But as I'm like dialing, I realize that I've called the wrong number. So my anger subsides. And then I don't, in my mind, I cannot decide whether to hang up and call the correct number or just continue talking with the hospital again. So I choose talking with the hospital again. I call up the hospital. The person that answers the phone is a doctor. This has never happened. I don't know why. This is how he goes, hello, Dr. Jones or whatever. Never once has this happened. But I'm like, doctor? So doctors are just answering the phone now, Kaiser? And so the doctor's like, hey, Dr. Jones. I'm like, hey,
Dr. Jones.
I'm real groggy at this point. I'm not even making sense. This doctor is the opposite. Like he sounds so normal and he like understands what I'm saying, even though I'm sort of doing gibberish.
Yeah.
He's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, I need a creatinine or something. And like doctor's like, okay, let's pull up your chart.
You went Josh Terry on him, dude?
Yeah. He understands I'm like at my wit's end.
Before you give me creatinine, let me tell you about Manscape.
I start spelling out my name wrong. Yeah. My name is COOHNY. Promo code. He's like, all right, so you need, I see that you talked and you need this and that. And he's like, but listen, you're young. The chances that your kidneys are messed up are very low. If you want, I'll give you this PEX Lo. I was like, you're the person that I wish I had called first. So he just said, send your lamest friend to go get.
And you fucking call me first, dude.
Yeah. I asked a bunch of people before you.
So that's where like I went to two Clippers games since the last time we recorded. Guess what? How much COVID I got, dude? 0, dog. Because my cardiovascular system's at an all-time high, daddy.
How many times have you had COVID previous to that, though?
3 times. Yeah. But that's when I was eating bagels and pizzas and shit.
Oh, good. Yeah. I stay in your weight loss journey.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
Yeah. Nothing but kiwis, dude. That'll keep you away from COVID. That's basically a creatinine of the vegetable kingdom or fruits kingdom. Yeah.
Well, if you take anything away from this episode is that every one of our listeners has to, if you want to be a hawk, you have to get a creatinine. Actually, I don't have one. So if you have a creatinine, you're a duck.
You bitch.
No, I wish your kidneys are. I hope they're all great.
But on the Tuesday that we were supposed to record, I fucking delivered DoorDash to you. We canceled the recording, and then I was like, "Hey, dude, well, you're gonna live, dude. Let me know if you need anything. I got you, dog. I got you, brother. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And then later that night, you were like, hey man, can you go get me something to prevent long COVID? And I was like, no, you bitch. Don't be a fucking, what do you mean? You're not getting long COVID, dude.
That's funny, but no, I asked you, I didn't even ask you. I was like, oh, you're going to the game, never mind. You're like, what do you need, man? You're pretty nice about it.
Yeah. No, but you did say something about long COVID.
Yeah, that was funny. You were like, dude, you're in your head, dude.
I was like, you're a fucking bitch.
You know, from like I guess I am somewhat of a hypochondriac.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Every time I come here and there was a period of like 2 or 3 months where you're like, I don't want to talk about this on the show, but I might have AIDS.
That didn't happen, but there were similar things to that.
Yeah, not AIDS, but obviously, yeah. But anyways, before I forget, last week we did not reward the Hawks that leave us fucking Apple reviews, dude.
Oh yeah, get that up. How many do we have now?
We have 2 new ones, I believe. We got one from LPJ27, one of the 1,000.
Guys.
Yes.
Yeah, LPJ. Thank him.
It's called Genius, 5 stars. My wife and I are addicted to Cooney and Gerardo's hilarious takes. We've become a couple of regular raccoon rebels. Whoa.
I like that, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to you, LPJ27. Also, please leave us more Apple reviews. We only get like 1 or 2 a week. And those numbers got to go up, daddy.
Yeah, we want to look legitimate.
Yes. This one's from Brian Hennessy. I like that last name.
Yeah.
It says, big fan, never met you, 5 stars. These guys like to fug, trug walk. These guys like to fug, trug walk all day, 7 days a week. Keep up the good work, daddy. Yeah.
Nice.
And that's what we got so far. That was December 1st. So please leave us more Apple reviews. We'll read them on the show. And then on Spotify, we'll try to figure out how to get the Q&A thing going. I don't know how to, but...
Oh, yeah. I remember when I used to be in control of uploading the Spotify stuff, they'd always be like, you want to start a Q&A? And I would just skip that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even want to understand what that means. But that'd be... If you show me how to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah. So we'll be up to date on all that stuff, especially for 2024, daddy. You know what I mean? That's a good way to end your 2023, dudes, with some fucking COVID, fears of long COVID. And then now you can go into the new year being like, I'm ready for anything, Doug.
Yeah, I mean, I started off the year with my house being flooded, and then they, after the flooding, the moldening, where I was the mayor of Mold Manor, or the count of Mold Manor. I forget what it was.
I like mayor of Mold Manor.
The mayor of Mold Manor.
That's an Andrew Schultz bit right there, dude.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Look at it. Yeah, slap that chair, daddy.
Yeah, alliteration, daddy.
And then I ended it with COVID, which ruined all of my plans. We'll see if it ruins my Christmas plans. Hopefully not. Yeah, I mean, I lost everything, but I also feel good.
Yeah,
so
dude.
That's good.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you made it, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it was cool. I mean, I was surprised at how many people responded to my story. Somebody was telling me that it's always like the people that are the craziest, that are like reaching out to.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I'll come over and bring some stuff. And you're like, we're good. I'm going to make it, dude. But thank you. I appreciate it. I had some real crazies offering. And that's good. It's like the crazy people care about you.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's like maybe to actually be like really nice sometimes, maybe a little crazy. I don't know. Did you eat differently when you had COVID?
When I had COVID, what did I eat? I told you I ate oranges.
I got oranges after you said that.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Lisa kept bugging me about bringing stuff over because she's very nice. I kept telling people I don't want them to because I feel like I could just get DoorDash or whatever. But she was going to bring over Benadryl to help me sleep. And I was like, yeah, give me oranges and strawberries because you said oranges. So,
oranges are like, I ate a bunch of oranges, water. I basically overdosed on oranges, water, and Gatorade. That's it.
Yeah, I ate, and the first 2 days I had some Gatorade. I didn't throw up at all.
Okay.
I got a little bit nauseous at times, but there was no throwing up. Is that a thing with COVID? It is. It used to be, I think. People throw up.
I mean, if you're a duck, you throw up. I didn't throw up.
You didn't throw up?
No.
COVID's like the one flu-like disease where you don't throw up. What is this? This disease is so weird. Some people, they don't get it. They like live in the same house, have sex, and then one person doesn't get it. but then like you're at a party with somebody for 5 minutes and you get it.
I had sex on COVID, dude.
I know you told me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the most ridiculous thing you've ever done. Gerardo is not afraid of COVID at all.
No, dude.
Let it be known.
COVID is my fucking, is a duck.
Yeah. COVID, I'm afraid of. I feel like a duck when it comes to COVID.
I crushed COVID, dude, every time. I just stay home. That's it.
I mean, that's what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, as if that's like the fringe thing to do. You should.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Like, listen, when I get COVID, I go out, right? Not a duck.
You know what I hate about getting sick is when people give you soup.
Why?
I literally just have soup from times I've been sick. I don't want to eat soup.
You don't like soup?
No. I mean, I love soup, daddy. You know what I mean? Soup's good for the heart, soul. I just don't want to make soup when I'm on COVID. I don't want to go to my kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have just like fresh soup brought to me, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why I was door dashing our Mendocino Farms, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Mendocino Farms is delicious, dude. But
Yeah.
I would have got sandwiches, dude. Sandwiches there are fucking bomb.
I really wasn't, in the mood for a sandwich.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the appetite for it. Like, I ate, the first day I ate like all this really bad shit, like cookies and shit, because I was depressed and I was hungry.
Yeah.
And then I lost all my hunger. I fucking threw all the rest of it out. I was like, I think I'm going to die.
I was kind of disappointed in you when I came here today, dude.
Why?
Because I figured since you had COVID, there's been a huge drop recently on Netflix called Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
And you didn't even watch it, dude.
I didn't watch anything.
Yeah.
I laid in bed and then like would every once in a while like answer a work thing and be like, hey, why are you asking me stuff? I can barely function.
That's what I did. When I was on COVID, I just slept all day, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. But yeah, you got to watch Leave the World Behind. I want to talk about it next week.
I'm down. I'll watch it. What I wish I had done on COVID was do like a comedy tour, like Shab and Callan.
Yeah.
And then meet and greet. That's where I messed up. If I was El Gato, I would have done that, daddy. Listen, the other thing I was doing is I've been following that podcast. What's it called?
A YSL.
YSL. I'm gonna shout it out because I think it's a good show on iHeartRadio, as if they need the shout out. King Slime. It's like the tour, the trial of Young Thug, which is a rapper I don't really know that well.
Yeah.
Do you know Young Thug?
Young Thug. No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I heard a tune, I'd be like, oh, is Young Thug that one song, Bands, or what is it? Like fucking.
The only song I know is Lifestyle. Some Lifestyle. When you listen to this podcast, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they make him sound like he's the biggest rapper in the world, which maybe he is. I was not aware.
Yeah.
But and then Georgia is this huge rap scene. And I didn't know that either, really. I guess I don't really know where rappers are from a lot of times. Like this guy Gunna.
Mm-hmm.
Gunna is big.
I fucking love Gunna.
Gunna is like his protege.
But then now he snitched, and I'm like, I still like.
So you know, you know a little
you
bit.
got to separate the music from the artist, dude, and be like, okay, Gunna made Top Off, dude. That's all that matters to me.
Top Off?
Yeah.
Is that a song?
I took a top off. I'm dripping like hot sauce.
Top Off sounds like the name of a rapper. But so yeah, I've been fascinated by just like listening to this like podcast or whatever. But one of the things that I talked about in the most recent episode is Fulton County Jail, and it just sounds so awful. The jail, not the prison. That's where all these rappers are, and they were going to put Trump there, or I guess he got arraigned there. I don't know. But you want to pull up?
Oh yeah.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Maybe we can pull up some stuff and investigate. Raccoon Tweeties investigates Fulton County Jail, which is in Georgia.
What did I just do? Okay.
So, like, I guess, and this is another thing is like I vaguely is the wrong word. I don't ever put my full attention onto the things that I'm listening to. So I hear bits and pieces.
That's
of
so infuriating to me.
Yeah. But I mean, it's so I can always learn more. you know? So I've been listening to this podcast about these guys, and they're on trial for some sort of gang affiliation, which I guess is YSL. Allegedly, YSL is a gang, and they are all being kept in this jail while they're on trial. But the jail is like violent. There's stabbings all the time. They don't clean. This nurse said that they don't have a cleaning service for the jail, which doesn't make any sense. How could there not be a cleaning service?
Let's see what this is, dude.
What former President Trump and the other election defendants experienced at the Fulton County Jail is altogether different from a typical arrest. Even when individuals turn themselves in, as they did, they often have to stay overnight. We have reported extensively about everyday jail conditions, and a family member of one inmate spoke to Fox 5's Morse Diggs. Morse is live in Northeast Atlanta tonight with that part of the story. Morse?
Well, Fulton County has gotten some unwanted attention.
Morse Diggs.
Yeah.
It sounds like Shab asking for more cogs, dude.
Dude, Shab would have a field day with this name, Morse Diggs. I hope T-Fat-K gets a hold of a clip with Morse Diggs.
What is his middle name, dude? 8 inches? You know what I'm saying?
With national commentators now
Oh,
calling.
you know what we didn't do is like, he's not a bed bug.
No, well, when we see one, we say it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know. Let's see the first guy. This guy.
It's a possible bed bug, but I don't think so.
Let's go back to Morse Diggs, dude.
Unwanted attention, with national commentators now calling the large Atlanta jail one of the worst in the country. Well, I spoke to a parent of an inmate.
Dude, with the shit I heard, is absolutely the worst. They did this statistic where it was something like they were comparing the stabbings or murders for the year between that jail, the Rikers. Isn't that the one they shut down in New York?
I don't know about a shutdown, but
They're trying to shut down Rikers or something, or one of those terrible jails. In Fulton, or it might be a prison. It might even be a jail. They compared the two, and at Rikers there was like 35 deaths, and at Fulton there was like 30. But Fulton is 1/5 the size of Rikers, so that's crazy. Per capita, per cap.
yeah,
I'm not a numbers guy, but that's just crazy.
Yeah.
What are they? It's almost like they don't have any kind of security. They either have no security guards policing that kind of thing, or jail, whatever they're called, prison guards, or they're just like, hey, why don't they go around to prison and be like, hey, why don't you go ahead and kill somebody today? Give them a knife or something. Do what you want.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of it. We have to open up a few cells, if you know what I mean.
Agree with that assessment. There is one thing the former president has in common with the
Imagine him in
3,500 or so inmates on the floors Thursday at the Fulton Jail. Aside from that common mugshot, life is starkly different for the everyday arrestee.
I'm not inside, but what I
Trump
can
in
hear,
sandals. Trump has to wear jail sandals. Do they make prisoners wear sandals?
I mean, when I went to jail, they didn't give me anything. I had
That's
no
right,
socks
you
or
had no
shoes,
dude.
Yeah.
This is a nicer jail than what you went to.
Yeah.
You had to walk around with your feet.
I pissed everywhere.
There's Fulton County Jail, and then there's Gerardo Jail.
West
Much
Valley
worse.
Daddy.
it's got worse.
A parent of an inmate incarcerated for a lengthy period said conditions are worse
Ew.
in 2023.
Looks
More
disgusting.
Stabbings, more beatings,
It's
more
like Oz.
stealing everything they got.
Fox 5 has shown disturbing videos of violence. This scene not connected to the most
Oh my
recent
God.
parent to come forward. Aside from
How the
extreme
fuck do you let that happen? How is it that they have prison guards, but there's 20 people in one cell stabbing one guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
The stabbing videos always look so weird, dude.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're being like he looks like he's like banging him with a spoon.
Yeah.
I guess it could be like a shank or whatever.
Yeah. It never looks real until you see the blood coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for that guy. That's terrible.
Yeah.
incidents, more mundane issues diminish what the parent calls a level
What
of
if-
humanity that
What if they were showing that clip and Trump was in on it stabbing the guy too?
dude.
Yeah, take this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done what you did. Now you're learning.
Stop the steal.
This guy loves Biden. This guy loves Biden. And then there's like 20 people stabbing the guy. Trump having people stab people would be kind of funny.
That should be present.
They give them one jumpsuit to wear. And if somebody steals their jumpsuit, they have to do without for days.
Why does that?
What the fuck? Do you hear that? No. If they don't have a jumpsuit, then they're what? Naked? Or they wear their underwear around? They don't have a change of clothes? This whole thing is just like opening my eyes. Your story, there needs to be jail reform.
But
this
why?
This is not okay.
Yeah.
You cannot have people walk around naked.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No wonder that there's like recidivism or whatever. You put someone in jail and then they're stabbed 20 times and they have to walk around naked. What the fuck, dude? This is not okay.
Oh, really, dude?
This is blockbuster.
One says it's disgusting. They're
Yeah.
naked.
Inspectors
Well,
from
like
Washington-
what? That's disgusting. They're hanging their underwear up on the railings. The people who clean up have to walk around. The prison guards have to walk around that shit. That's crazy.
Pat Laat is a fire ass name, though, dude.
Is he in charge of the jail?
He's the sheriff, Pat Laat, dude.
I don't know what sheriffs do, really.
Yeah.
Define sheriff.
I think sheriffs are the head honchos, right?
I think I have no idea.
Well, there's a ward, but that's prison.
You mean a warden?
Prison ward, and yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see what Labatt's got.
have been at the jail.
They pressure washed all the bathrooms and the floors and all that stuff.
Ew.
They turned the hot water on, and they had hot water in there for that one day. And then they turned it
That
back
one
on.
day.
He says the
That guy, I didn't know Josh Terry's at Fulton County
Yeah.
Jail, dude.
I wonder what happened to Josh Terry. We kind of like stuff. If Josh Terry, if he was the voice, dude, you know, where he's like, they turned the hot water on. And the other thing about hot water is you got to go down to my friend Jerry Crowley's Water and Plumbing. He's got the best plumbing in the city. Every promo code shit. Sir, can you stick to the facts of the story?
Well, I'll tell you what about the facts of the story. When you got hot water, what you need is magic mind. You put some magic mind with hot water, you got yourself a hell of an evening. Just ask my friend Jocelyn down at Bruce's.
Can you imagine his merch table just filled with it makes T-Fat K look like fucking nothing.
Yeah, and for all you new fucking ducks out there, if you don't know who Josh Terry is, I think he talked shit about us, right? Or no, he didn't.
Sort of, vaguely.
Mm-hmm.
He was some guy. We did a string of shows about this TikTok person, and he brought that TikTok person on his show. He has a podcast in the South. So random. Like, why would he do?
But so much of it is just shouting out homies.
Yeah. He brought her on interviewer, but he has 20-minute long intros where they're all plugs for friends and sponsors of the show, and they're not just like the standard like. They are the standard ones like Magic Mind and Helix Mattress, but then added on to that, it sounds like they're almost like just personal friends of his. That like Mike, who owns Heavy Barbecue down on 10th Street.
Yeah.
Like any street that he mentions, he's like, and you know, if you're on that street, you might as well stop down at Good Home's Kitchen, blah, 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 blah.
And also, if you want to have a good night with friends, karaoke night down at the Barclay with Ruben is going to be lit.
He also spent a long time talking about how much bigger of a following he has than us because he's on, I think, iHeartRadio, which is the thing. And I looked at his page, and he has no views. But maybe, you know, audio is king.
Audio is
king. So he may very well be doing huge.
He could be Shadows Band.
Yeah. Not a bad show. And he's like, and they're nice guys. They sound like nice guys.
Yeah.
And I'll have them on. We're like, no thanks. But
I'm down, dude. Fuck yeah.
no, I'm good. But I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, let's see the rest of this.
biggest factor is control. Gang members appear to have it on most floors.
Make them give them $15 to $30 a week.
You keep laughing at this poor man.
His voice, dude.
Well, they're making it different. Do you hear it? He goes, boner alert. This guy.
He's like,
And I just want to say, boner alert.
I feel bad for everybody in this prison
It's like
They just get stabbed. The one guy in the podcast was like, yeah, I went to jail, and like the first day, 20 guys stabbed me. And they were like, do you know why? He's like, I have no idea. Like, they were recording him this conversation from the infirmary because he still hadn't recovered from the thing. And he was like, I've been to prison, and this is not like prison is I was in prison for 3 years. I never got stabbed. My first day here, I got stabbed by 20 dudes.
That's crazy.
35 times.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to be alive. I see that these knives aren't very good that they have in jail.
Yeah.
You're getting like stabbed with like
Toothpicks. It's not funny, but I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
I'm laughing at the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
I want this to stop. That's why we're talking about it. It won't make any difference, but I want to voice my concern.
But they won't. The level of worry is really off the charts now because every minute of every day you're worried if he's still alive or not.
But if you are alive, I would suggest that you go down to Vince's Spaghetti on 75th Street.
They were talking about how one inmate was found dead in his room, eaten alive by bedbugs. I don't know if you can actually be eaten alive by bedbugs. I'm not sure how true that is. But like he had been abandoned and I guess he couldn't take care of himself and he's continuously being eaten by bedbugs. It's disgusting. You got to have, does nobody check and there's no cleaning service for the rooms. If there was nobody cleaning up after themselves or like no cleaning service at all in this facility where there's like toilets and everything like that, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe that guy didn't wake up before his enemies, dude.
Yeah, that guy definitely was not waking up at 4:34. Good. He was not doing that. When bad things happen to him, he was just like, oh, fuck. He didn't say good.
Bad.
That's right. You know what? I'm losing sight of the bigger picture here. Yeah. If people just had the Jocko Willing mindset, if the prisoners at Fulton County Jail woke up every morning before 40, they better wake up before their enemies or else they're going to be stabbed 20 times. Good. If there's anywhere where they should be following that advice, waking up that early before your enemies, is Fulton County Jail. Yeah. Because they're killing more people there than in Rikers, which is way bigger. It is not safe.
Yeah.
If you get a speeding ticket and they're like, listen, you got to take you to Fulton County Jail just to process you, just get back in the car and try to invade the cops. You're safer getting away from a high-speed chase from the police than even one day, even an hour in that fucking place. Shoot the cop.
Don't ever say that, dude. Oh
no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that. But I'm just saying, obviously not. Listen, that's awful. That's a joke.
Oh my God.
I probably should blank. You should do blank that, like it goes, and then keep the part in where I'm like, don't ever do that. It's obviously a joke. But I mean, this isn't a joke though. This is fucked up. Do whatever you can to not go here. I may not ever go to Georgia again.
Yeah.
I've never been there actually in the first place. Mm-hmm. This is unsafe.
Yeah.
I wish they would let Trump in there so he could take over, and that's what he should do. Make Fulton Jail great again. That's where Trump belongs. Listen, I'm going to fix this place, okay? No more stabbings. Under Joe Biden's presidency, people were killed all the time. People were eaten by bedbugs. Joe Bedbug president. Okay,
Joe Bedbug Biden.
A lot of bedbugs in the news for us today. France, bedbugs. Fulton County, bedbugs. You know who doesn't have bedbugs? Mar-a-Lago. My girlfriend hates Trump voice so much that she said I can't do I can't do it.
Oh, around
she
her?
gets literally mad.
Oh my God. Yeah. Trump voice is hilarious though.
I think I might not be very good at it.
You're very good at it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it.
You got Josh Terry down.
Josh Terry is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really good with voices. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are.
But one thing I'm not good at, dude, is hate. I don't like hatred.
What do you mean? In what context?
Like you hating on Fulton County Jail, dude?
Go on.
No, dude. What if you met Pat Labatt, dude, and he was like the coolest down to earth person, you'd feel bad.
If I met Pat Laat, I'd be like, first of all, no cleaning service? Explain?
Yeah.
Why is there not a budget for that? Should probably look into that. Don't you have to go there? Do you like the smell? Pat Laat. I was trying to think of a way to make his name stupid.
Pat Legato.
Yeah. You know, I'd go up to Pat Laat on a horse. Like, I'm not going to do this guy thing right now. But yeah, what you were saying, you don't think I should?
No.
You think that Fulton County Jail shouldn't read the comments?
Oh no, dude! Definitely try not to read the comments. I've been reading a lot of comments. There's a lot of rhetoric of hate towards me, dude.
For us?
Oh, everywhere, dude.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
I haven't seen as much recently, but I also have been not reading as much comments recently.
I know, dude.
I try and comment. I want to hear what your take on this, but like I've adopted somewhat of the redacted take of Rogan of like not responding, but not to compare myself to that at all. But what my opinion is, I'm not going to respond to a negative comment until I've responded to all the positive. Because it's like, if there's 20 people being like, you guys are awesome, and then I'm like arguing with like Orgasmatron 69 about like whether I'm trying to think what's like a recent criticism. Oh, whether we did a clip where Brendan said something that's not true, but it is true, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to feel like an idiot because why didn't they respond to me, but they respond to this guy who hates the show?
Yeah.
So you're not going to respond to a fan that watches every episode, but you're going to respond to some guy that maybe has created 30 profiles just to say crazy shit. I feel like we've been getting less hate. What's been going on?
I can't give you any specifics.
Oh,
You know what I mean? But great cerveza, dude, Pacifico. But I'm just there's been a lot of rhetoric of a hatred towards.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, and
Yeah, like talking about how it's all sugar, that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know, that the kiwi bit is ridiculous. It's not a bit. It's fucking delicious. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
But whenever I tell you, you're always like, don't read the comments. And it's like, well, what do you expect me to do, dude? Do you want to just be a fucking duck out here?
Right.
A sitting duck just getting attacked by a bunch of gunshot bullets?
Oh, right. Well, here's the thing, Gerardo. Geraldo.
If that's your name.
If that's even your freaking name, you blockbuster. Never read the comments, because when you read the comments, you know what that makes you? A duck.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when you read if you read a comment, if you think about like do this exercise the next time you see a comment that you want to read. So you're reading it. Listen to the sound in your head as you read it. You know what the sound is? Quack, 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 quack. That's what happens. You can hear it if you think about it.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
that your takeaway, dude?
Yeah, that's my takeaway.
So what about when I read comments on other videos and they're like, Gerardo sucks?
Other videos like our videos.
Like I'm watching Jordan Peterson.
Don't read my comments. No, I'm just kidding. Which episodes that we've done, you read Gerardo
No,
sucks?
so like I'm watching Jordan Peterson interview Matt Rife, and then in the comments is like Gerardo's a duck.
Definitely don't read other comments either, because there may be other people talking shit about you on that too. Because our show is on 7 times a week.
Yeah.
We have people watching in Australia. Korea's 2 days ahead. So any comment could be negative towards you specifically.
Right.
So don't even put yourself in that mindset, because you got to be getting up at 4:34 anyways. And you have the whole day ahead of you. Are you going to spend it reading the comments of ducks?
That's why I'm
or are
waking
you
up
gonna
at
be
4:34.
running with hawks? Sorry, what were you saying?
That's why I'm waking up so early, so I can catch up on the comments.
That is stupid. That's not why you wake up early, dude. Why do you wake up early?
To read the comments.
No, dummy. To fucking be awake before your enemies.
Okay.
Your enemies, they haven't even written the comments yet, daddy. They're writing the comments. They wake up hours later, maybe 10 a.m., maybe 11 a.m.
Okay.
They get up and they're like, ooh, let me go check in with 10 Minutes of Shab. I hate them for some reason. Geraldo sucks. Cooney is bald, you know, and they're writing all these comments I've never read because I've never seen them because I'm a hawk. And, you know, I'm up early. I've had hours before they've even had the chance to write these YouTube comments, okay? I'm doing stuff, all right? I'm getting COVID, okay? I'm losing my mind. While you're writing a comment about how I have small teeth, I've already ordered 17 different kinds of Gatorade. All right? I have 7 Door Dashers coming to my house while you're writing that Geraldo got something wrong, okay? So fuck off.
Yeah.
Never read the comments at all, even if they're positive.
Yeah.
I've never seen a good one.
Yeah.
I've never seen a good or bad comment.
Okay, so that's YouTube, but I can read Instagram comments, right?
No. Never even log on. Post without logging on. Find a way. Pay someone else. Have a chin.
So you're saying ghost and then post?
Chin's job, whoever your chin is to post, and then every once in a while you say how's socials and you don't read his response. It's just to test them, okay? Right. You never have to do anything. Never listen. I don't know how. We have 8,500 subscribers. I don't know how many we have.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to people that subscribe, dude.
I'm not a numbers guy. I don't know math. I am trying to unlearn math and numbers so that I don't know how many people. It doesn't matter because I don't want you to affect you. I don't want you to affect how I do my shit. All right? All right, bro. Welcome back. This is Brendan Rife. My bad, dog. I got a little bit hype. And the thing, I accidentally turned off the whole setup by hitting the switch by accident.
And you started slapping the chair.
I started slapping the chair. It hit the thing. It turned off everything. When I was about to go on my rant. So y'all didn't get to see that. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't remember even what I was kind of just ranting as Matt Rife.
You were pretty upset with me.
About comments or whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah. And long story short, don't read the comments ever. Positive or good. Positive or bad.
Positive or good.
Positive or good.
You get so many good comments. They're all just good to you.
I think we all get good comments, you know? Mm-hmm. I wish I could write you guys comments, the fans.
Yeah.
If you had a page, I would write, great fan. Never met you.
See, the thing is, when you go into a podcasting, you have to, choose an outfit, daddy.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie to you, this is the second week with the bowler shirt. This one has a little bit more pizzazz to it. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. What do you think that is? The thing.
What? Like why?
The little icon thing.
Oh, it's definitely just like a house insignia, like I'm in Game of Thrones.
Like the Alarcon, the House of Alarcon.
Yeah, about to bowl a 300, you know what I mean?
Casa de Alarcon.
Yeah. House of Jerry, dude.
Casa de Geraldo. Chileon. Casa de Chileon.
Casa de Canesa. That's what this means is Casa de Canesa. I do want to get more bowler shirts. I feel like bowler shirts is my thing, dude. What do you think? Give me
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the bowler shirts.
Right?
We've we've let people know that we're not really fashion guys, but we have strong opinions, though. We don't let that keep us from strong opinions.
Where's your hot Cheeto chain at, dude?
Oh, it fell off. How did that happen?
What the heck?
How did it come off my neck?
Dude, you got too hyped. You got so hyped that you turned off all the equipment and your hot Cheeto chain fell off.
Now my hot Cheeto chain fell off, and on top of that, it's now caught in the thing. How is that possible? I find new ways to fuck up.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Okay, before we get into voicemails, I did want to ask you something.
What?
Okay, so you know how you go on shows, right?
Uh-huh.
Me more than you, but it's all good, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Humble brag.
Good douche. Don't read my comments, dude. What's it called?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so let's say I'm hosting a show, right?
Yeah.
And then I ask you, I was like, all right, Brendan, you're up next. What song do you want to come out to? What's your answer?
8 inches.
Okay, well, let's see if there's a song called 8 Inches really quick. Let me see here. Do you think there's a song really called 8 Inches or no?
I don't think I have I don't think I have a song to come out to, but I wouldn't mind coming out to like that stereotypically, I wouldn't mind coming out to like shipping up from, what is it called? Shipping up to Boston or whatever with Dropkick Murphys or shipping up to Boston. Whatever that song is. because that's hilarious. When people play that and I go up, I'm like, all right. Like, I don't like it. I love it. Would you want a Mexican song?
Sometimes, but no. I mean, I like saying obscure, like crazy hip hop songs to the guy for them to be like, what? You know? I had a show at Bruce's on Wednesday and the guy was like, because dude, I don't give a fuck what song you put on. I do not care.
Yeah, me neither, really.
So at like,
yeah, there'd be some you'd probably not want, right?
like what?
I don't know, something that made fun of you.
What?
I don't know, some like would you want to come up? Not that this would make fun of you, but would you want to come up to "I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world"?
Oh, what's
Probably
the matter
not.
with that, dude?
Wouldn't be like a good setup for comedy, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. The song can't be funnier than you. That's for sure, dude.
All right, sorry I cut you off. What were you saying?
Oh, like if I do a show at the Improv or something, I never tell them. The bit ends there. But if we're at a bar, dude, in Santa
Yeah.
Fe Springs,
Yeah,
and they're like, "What song do you want to come up to?" I'm like,
really, you wouldn't go Thick Boy Squad?
"Next time I will."
It's the thick boy. It's the thick boy.
It's the
Hey,
thick
what's
boy.
up? I'm Geraldo. I'll be here all week.
No, so first of all, the guy got my name wrong. He was like, "Bring up to the stage, Geraldo." And the song I told the guy was like Orange Soda. And he goes, "What? Orange Soda?" I'm like, "Don't ask me if you're not going to like the song choice, first of all."
Yeah, don't give me guff.
Yeah. And then he's like, "What's Orange Soda?" I'm like, "You know it if you hear it." You know what I mean? And then, but the song is, "Bitch, sit on my face, I attack that."
You'll know it if you hear it. That's so funny.
It's like, "Bitch, sit on my face, I attack that" as the first lines of the song. It's so funny to me, dude. Watch. So they're like, "Welcome to the stage, Geraldo."
On my face, I attack that. Choose up, Lil John, I'm finna pack him.
This kind of sounds like Thick
Comes
Boy.
to my bitch, I'm straight active.
But the reason why too is
He's a little
because
chin in it.
Some-
I attack that. Thick boy, thick boy.
and the reason why is because it says, especially if you're at a bar show, the hook of the song is "Shut the fuck up. Tell your best friend to shut the fuck up." And that's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah. I don't want to pick the song because I'd pick a bad song. I'd be like I'd pick like Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen. And then I'd have nothing to say about it. It's kind of sad. Like people would be like, "What? Why?" Screen doors for the lambs. Here, give it up for Brendan Cooney. Screen doors for the lambs. Mary's dress waves. Like a vision, she dances across the porch as a radio. Hey guys, how you doing? I don't know why I picked Thunder Road.
What's it called? One time I asked for "Juicy" by Big Papa, or B.I.G. And it's just like, what is it called? Nintendo Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. And it's just like, it's way too inspirational of a song.
Yeah.
You feel like Andrew Scholes about to talk to their dad at Madison Square Garden.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
man, dude, he's the king of like, it doesn't bother him at all.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. He'll come out to like the national anthem. He doesn't give a fuck. So that is impressive. That he
That's a
has
good
no
song to come out
self-awareness.
to.
Oh, say, can you see? And it's in, "Hey, y'all, what up? Hey, what up, America?" Like he's just in some city, like freaking Kansas City, Missouri. "What up, America? It's good to be here. All right, blacks can't swim."
Can't be. I'm glad I'm not in Pakistan.
Just like the most racist, stupid shit
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I just, it's always funny to me. So I'll find myself driving around the city, like hearing music. I like listening to random music sometimes, and then being like, "Yeah, can you put on can you put War Pigs on by Black Sabbath, but at the 1 minute and 37-second mark?" And then the first words that come out would be just the funniest words.
Black Sabbath, great band. Never
Yeah.
heard of them.
But yeah, so you should look up some songs and be like, "That would be a good one." Like if I came up to "Sunshine Lollipops and Rainbows."
You love that song.
That song's amazing. But then it's me on stage talking about my uncircumcised dick.
It would be, honestly, that song wouldn't be as weird as some of our other. If you came up to like, "You Don't Own Me," that'd be weirder. They're like, Gerardo Alarcon, give it up. You don't own me. Na-na-na-na-na-na. Or the girl from Ipanema, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
The girl from Ipanema goes walking. Hey, what's up? Cholo Bang time.
Cholo Pain. All right, let's go into some voicemails here, dude. We lost track of the amount of recording because the Matt Rife bit.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, looks like we have 6 new voicemails. So here we go. Here we are. Let's see here.
Time for my favorite time of the week. When we get to hear about books, try to speak. Will you surprise us today? You better act Jay. Watch 10 minutes of shout. Call me back.
Call me back.
Call me back is so funny.
So that was good. Good rendition.
Yes.
His own cover. He apparently had COVID last week as well.
That's good, dude. All right, we got another one here, dude. Let's see here.
Tony here. Hope the holidays were good. Just saw Augusto Senior.
Okay, I think that was an error by Tony there.
Oh, good. Well, good use of the word Tony.
Yeah.
Way to playing on the bit.
Yeah. But here's another one from the same guy. I think it looks like he changed his energy, Doc. Let's see here. Oh, 1 second.
Hey boys, Dick Banger here. I hope Thanksgiving went well. I know that G-Dog is a big fan of Brendan Schaub's turkey joke, and I couldn't stop thinking about that on Thanksgiving, actually.
Hell yeah.
But I wanted to bring to your attention Augustino Azinga. Never heard of him. Might have butchered his name. Redacted. He loved the impression you did the other day.
Oh.
And
Whoa.
I
What?
couldn't believe that he gave a bad review to your best first take. He didn't like the rap. It's nuts.
Oh.
Doc Bugger. All right, boys.
The
That
rap you
worked
didn't
for me.
like? All right, that's
Have a good
crazy
one.
if you didn't like the rap.
See you
Yeah.
in the basement.
Yeah, dude.
Because, like, I thought for sure I'm not going to do rap well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad this is off the internet now, but a long time ago, me and Oathman tried to do a rap.
Oh.
It was received very badly, like scarringly bad, like Gringo Poppy
Yeah.
on a much smaller scale.
Yeah.
And deservedly, because it was, I'm not good. He's pretty good, but it was bad, poorly done.
Yeah.
And so after that, and also like, look at me, I don't know how to rap, So like but people love that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm confident that was done well.
Okay.
Nobody was like, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
That was one of our better ones.
Very fun.
Yeah.
And it was also crazy. You did it in one take, dude. That's what's crazy about the whole thing.
Yeah. All these songs we do, and I did it.
Sean, that is, even though she has 8 kids, I fuck her better than your daddy. In the back of a Cadillac. She liked that, and I like that too. I fucking, for Christmas, got a blue suede shoes. You know what I'm saying? Oh! What did you think?
What was that?
I just rapped.
That was not that. I mean, the stuff I put out was not as bad as that.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'm not reading the comments.
No, God. We need to
Cut that out.
Yeah, we can cut that out.
All right. Well, thank you to Tony or Dick Banger. All right, here we go. Another one, dude. you love the rap, dude. It's gonna be stuck in your head later. Let's see here.
Hi, my name is Tony Anthony. I'm calling from Pornhub Premium. This message is for Brandon Cooney. Username, let me pull that up here. Sick Daddy Dallas Different. Your payment this month, unfortunately, was declined. We understand finances can get pretty tight during the holiday season, so we're going to give you until January before we terminate. That way you can still enjoy your favorite categories of Big Blag Digs, MILFs in Trugs, and dudes with pieces on them. If you have any questions, please give us a call back. Thank you, and happy holidays.
That was great.
Yeah.
See, we have the best. We really do have some funny people that pay attention to the show.
Yeah, dude.
Content creators, chefs, if you will. That was amazing. Can't believe you found my screen name. That's fucked up.
Your screen name is Thick Daddy Dallas Different?
Yeah, and also I'm having financial issues apparently too. That's the more disturbing part.
All right, we got, apparently your doctor called us too, dude.
Oh, good.
Let's
good.
see here.
Brendan, it's your doctor. I understand you have COVID. Were you not washing your groceries? Disappointed. Anyway, calling to give you a prescription. So, right, I'll give you a second, get a pen, get some paper. Here's what you need. Ivermectin, Alpha Brain, colloidal silver, vitamin C, a big bottle of Tiger Thick, some Rain energy drink, some Rogue nicotine pouches,
Absolutely.
some Huevos on Chow, Carne Asada, Pico de Gallo, Chili Ow. You take that, my friend, you're going to forget that you ever had COVID. Stay blessed.
Nice.
That was really good. Can you imagine how funny it would be if your doctor was really reading off, or like you asked your doctor what you need to eat, and they're talking totally like standard English, like sounding, and then so they're like, yeah, eggs, oranges, also chili. They just go into that accent. That'd be amazing. Also, I love the delivery of disappointed. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right, let's see. This one looks like another twofer, so I feel like he called twice. But do you like listening to the fucked up ones they did before the second one? Let's see.
Yo, it's Gato from Oman. I just wanted to say, she's been around in the aches and mountains. She doesn't need me, but she wants me. She's from the north or the south. I'm not sure. But when...
Okay, so that's the fucked up one.
Yeah, the fucked up one sounds like Game of Thrones or something.
Yeah, let's see here. So this is the good one.
Yo, it's Gato from Oman.
It's Gato.
She's been around the lakes and mountains. She doesn't need me, but she wants me.
What?
She's from the north or the south, I'm not sure. She cooks and she cleans and she loves like a goddess above. But when she calls,
Oh, he's talking about Callan. He's doing a Callan bit.
the gods leave my loin and I watch your show because I'm gay.
It took me a minute, but no, he's doing like the Callan bit.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's all.
I think it was that the audio is not loud enough, but that was, I get it.
That's all for the fucking voicemails this week. Please leave us a voicemail. These are the best part of the show now, dude.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
The very good job. The doctor and the other one before that. That was very good.
This is 775-557-8667. That's 775-557-TMOS.
Oh, the Pornhub. That's what I meant. Pornhub and doctor. Very good.
But leave us a voicemail. I'll try to, I don't know if I put it in the description yet, but I'll try to do that. We'll give it another shout out on TMOS so we can get the nutsos to leave us more, dude.
Yeah.
But I think we're good for the week. We might have went over an hour here. But join the Patreon. We have been doing the Joe Rogan catalog.
Yeah.
Please leave more comments. And for the people that liked the TMOS episode for me to bleach my hair, 500 likes, Daddy. We're not at 900.
400 off. So
yeah.
Next week.
Let's never bleach my hair, dude.
All right. See you next week. Bye.